Hey everyone, welcome to Hawk Tawk Deep Analysis. Today I will be doing a deeper analysis of the Seahawks versus 49ers Week 17 matchup. It was a great game. I don't know, a lot of people are going to say that, but it actually had some great moments from both teams. Both teams played really well. Of course, had its low moments, but it's a great game to dig into because there was a lot of fundamental football that we could go in and check it out. So the first little bit, I'm just gonna go through some bullet points, positive, negative, whatever. Some great things, some not so great things that we saw from the game. The first thing I'm gonna go over is a great linebacker play, especially KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner. Of course, uh, Jordan Brooks as well. He played a huge role. He actually led the team in tackles. But what I want to talk about is their great sideline to sideline play, mainly because of all the motion that we see in the San Francisco offense. Even not even just in their running game. Of course, we see it a lot there, but we also see it in their passing game. Uh, I believe there was no Brandon Ayuk for this game, but had he been there, there definitely would have uh, been a bigger challenge for the Seattle front seven. Uh, our front seven played out of their minds this game, and Jordan Brooks, Bobby Wagner, and KJ Wright played a big role in that. They had great sideline to sideline play. They read their keys really well. The next thing is Jamal Adams. Not his injury, but his play, his great communication with the front seven. Um, this was really important, mainly because he had to. He was his role is kind of like an enforcer. Almost, he just moves around everywhere. He does like hybrid linebackers. He comes off the edge. He plays um, zone coverage, which he's not that great at, but he still does because he's a safety. But his communication with the front seven had to be really good this game because we were running a four-man rush normal, but in order to set the edge and have great contain against the 49ers because they run a lot of toss plays in the run game. Uh, and we had to get pressure on CJ Beathard in order to make him uncomfortable. So Jamal Adams played a really good role in that too. His communication with the front seven was vital. So more on the front seven, uh, more on the contain as well, because that was honestly the biggest part of the defensive play. Benson, Mayowa, and KJ Wright had really great games uh, against the 49ers. Uh, not because of the bigger plays, it was more of the smaller plays. And each play can become a big play, but what we have to understand is not all plays are big plays because the defense actually helps to stop some of them, so they become smaller plays. That's the reason. Um, Benson Mayowa and KJ Wright played a really big role in that, especially Benson Mayowa. He set the edge really well, and we see Bobby Wagner talk a lot about that in the press conferences about how important it is for the Seahawks to set the edge, and Mayowa and Wright did a great job of that. We see Wright a lot in the Sam linebacker role after Bruce Irvin got hurt in the second game, I think. Um, we even saw it last week at the goal line stand when Wright did a really great job. But yeah, Mayowa and Wright played really well. So moving on to the secondary, we're going to be talking about Shaq Griffin, mainly Shaq Griffin. But what I saw from the game against CJ Beathard in the passing game, mainly, the corners seem to struggle a lot in zone coverage. I don't know why. They played great last week against the Rams and the week before against Washington, especially well against Washington. They missed a few assignments in the Rams game, but they missed some assignments this game against the 49ers too. Just a couple of miscommunications here and there with like linebackers picking up on like some of the coverages, like some of the routes over the middle, or shorter routes, drag routes, stuff like that. It's small things, stuff we can fix, but a lot of those were they resulted in like bigger plays. That one big play to Richie James, I think it was like 40 yards or something like that. Had Griffin not picked up on that faster, no, actually, I think if he did pick up on that faster, that play would have ended in a pass breakup. So, small stuff that we can fix, but something that I just noticed. Moving over to the other side of the ball, something that I noticed is in the running game. For the most part, the running game was a bit, it was like well, a bit over the place. Chris Carson didn't seem like himself. We had Alex Collins. Of course, we had Alex Collins run in and one at the end. He had a great explosive play, but the real focus is Chris Carson, right? So he kind of like couple things he just couldn't capitalize on. Mainly because the 49ers run defense is really stout. So I don't think you don't have to be really worried about this one, but he just didn't seem like himself this game. He had a couple big runs, but other than that, he just kind of struggled. He couldn't like ring out those 3-4 yard runs that we see on first and second down a lot from him. A lot of those this game turned into like a 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain. 49ers also contained really well on the outside, so we didn't really get that many outside runs. Great, except for the Alex Collins run, but Chris Carson just struggled a bit this game. So next, we're going to be talking about Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett did really well this game. I think he posted 12 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's kind of like a safety blanket. Even before DK Metcalf was drafted in 2019, I remember vividly in the 2018 season, in big clutch moments, Russell Wilson would always go to Tyler Lockett. That's why he actually earned the number 1 spot after Doug Baldwin, because he was so great. His route running and instincts were so good. But more about this game. The one touchdown, the one diving touchdown, and then the other one in the back of the end zone on 4th and goal. Both were really good. But what I liked about the 4th and goal one is how well Tyler Lockett used his speed. If we look at the play, it's the formation is kind of like we had DK Metcalf on the left side, wide in the X position, and then David Moore kind of in like a squat position inside next to Dwayne Brown, the left tackle, and then I think it was like Will Dissly or Jacob Hollister, one of them, on the right side next to Cedric Oboihi in that spot, who ran a flat, and then Tyler Lockett all the way on the other right side. We see that Metcalf got doubled on Wright into the end zone. The 49ers brought an extra man on the blitz, Fred Warner, the middle linebacker, who's actually a really good coverage linebacker. So that worked out really well, because had Fred Warner stayed in coverage, he would have recognized that he was going to go to Wilson was going to go to Lockett immediately. But the most important part of the play is David Moore. It might not seem like it, but it's because when David Moore ran his route, it was more like almost like a clear out almost. It was like he dragged Jason Verrett with him, which was really important because it was like a matter of moments. You could barely see it, but he dragged Jason Verrett with him, and that allowed Lockett to get open in the back of the end zone. He just dragged, I think it was Witherspoon. He just dragged him around, used his speed really well, and freed him up in the back of the end zone. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf got shut down for most of the game. He didn't really have that much success. He had a couple catches, like short catches, first down catches. Nothing deep or nothing like deep ends or over the middle stuff. That was mainly due to great man coverage and great zone coverage by 49ers safeties and linebackers. They played really tight, really well the whole game. So I think it's just a matter of improvement for Metcalf and how to beat zone coverage. If he gets better at that, he will be absolutely unstoppable. But this game, it helped Tyler Lockett get open more, and he had a great game. So that's a great thing that we, even if one of our receivers gets shut down, and the other one can have a great game. So that's something that we should be looking at as a positive. And our last bullet point is something not a lot of people actually talk about, which is special teams. I know some people were mad when Jason Myers missed the extra point, but on the other side of special teams, Michael Dixon played a really great game. He pinned the 49ers inside the 20 multiple times. I think had he not done that, the 49ers would have actually had many more opportunities to go up the field and score. And it helped out our defense and our front seven more because the field shrinks when you back an offense up into their own territory, really back like 10, 15 yards into their own territory. So that really helped the defensive line, helped the linebackers because there was not as much to see on the field, and they could read their keys faster. But yeah, that's why Michael Dixon played a really great, really important role, and he should get a lot more credit than he's getting right now. That is it for this episode of Hawk Tawk Deep Analysis. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will be back next week with another deep analysis video. Go Hawks!